ආයුබෝවන් සියලුම දෙනාට සුබ සන්දාවක් කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. ඉතින් හැමදාම Good News Radio අපි සෙන්සුරාදා අරගෙන එත්තේ අදත් සූදානම් වෙලා ඉන්නවා. අපි අද දිනේදී මේ විදිහට ඔබත් එක්ක එකතු වෙන්නට. ඉතින් මේක අද දිනේ ලයිව් කරන ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකක් නෙමෙයි. හැබැයි සෙන්සුරාදා දින අපිට ඇයව මුණ ගැහෙන්නට අපහසු නිසා අප මේක පටිගත කරපු වැඩසටහනක් විදිහට තමයි දවසේදී ඔබ වෙත ලබා දෙන්නේ. හොඳයි එහෙනම් මම සූදානම් Good Volunteer segment එක ආරම්භ කරන්න. ඔබ දන්නවා කවුද Good Volunteer segment එකට හැමදාමත් එකතු වෙන්නේ කියලා. අදත් සුවිශේෂී අමුත්තෙක් මැද්‍රිට ඇවිත් ඉන්න Good Volunteer segment එකත් එක්ක එකතු වෙන්න. ඒ වගේම ඒ අමුත්තත් එක්ක කතා කරන්න අපේ Foundation of Goodness නිර්මාතෘතුමා සභාපති කුෂිත් ගුණසේකර මහත්මත් මේ වෙලාවේ මැද්‍රිට ඇවිත් ඉන්නවා. එහෙනම් අපි ආරම්භ කරමු Good Volunteer segment එක. දිගටම අපි වහගෙන ඉන්න.
We have with us here today Daniel Leary. I'm very pleased to welcome you, Daniel. This is the Good Volunteer segment program we normally have on Good News Radio. And then every Saturday we talk to all of the volunteers who have come. And then when they're leaving, to find out about their views, what they have done positively to make an impact, as you already did twice now. So you're a special guest today, and we wanted to actually have a chat with you to understand the way forward, how it happened, and all of that. But before that, I have to also pay a tribute to, as I do for all the volunteers who give up their time unasked, which is always a superior deed or a gesture of special compassion, because it's not very often that someone would actually come and volunteer without asking, or even it's easy to give something when you ask, but it's never easy to see the plight of others and reach out. Are two different things. So what you've done in essence is you've reached to us and said you want to volunteer as per your expertise of being a specialized primary school teacher. And the fact that, what is interesting severely is to me is that you came with Charlton Brown College in Brisbane. You actually was a student at the time. And I remember about 10 years ago when you came, I mean, from Charlton Brown, there are many, many groups that have come over the years. But immediately I connected and it resonated with me that, you are definitely one of them who have come, and obviously you stated that as well. So volunteering with the Foundation of Goodness not once but twice is a major undertaking of a very special significance, and where, as I always say, not that the volunteers don't necessarily have the time, but they have a special heart. So when that heart triggers, and whatever that is done with your heart engaged, the outcome is beautiful. So I know you give off your energy, you give off your expertise, you give off your time. Not necessarily, I always tell people it's not about only gifting monetarily. You can share your time, your expertise, your energy, your positive attitude. You can uplift somebody when someone is down and out. So many things, and you can increase your self-worth as well as the beneficiaries, and when you go back in time, you can look at this memorabilia and say, look, I couldn't have done something so much better when I had the time, the opportunity. I came, I made a difference. And, some people have, ups and downs and bad days and good days. But when you look at this memorabilia and see all the pictures when you go that is given to you as a souvenir. And when you see this, a lot of people have told me, some glow begins to light up within and illuminate. So I want to thank you first profusely for your effort to come here. I know it will not be the last. And hopefully you will continue to inspire others as well to come along with you. And Daniel, I'm really grateful. I know I also don't have the time to wait till tomorrow because of the tuk-tuk ride, that 22 got involved from 11 countries. As you saw today, it was a hectic day, and I have to rush to Colombo as well. So I am really pleased that the positive outlook you have on life and that you practiced that the beauty of life is about caring for others, so welcome to the show.
Thank
So
you.
it's good news radio, and we would like to hear from you, having come here 10 years ago as a student, and then when you've made your career you've come again, and many
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to come back because I was thinking about two countries that really interest me, and one has always been Sri Lanka, and another has always been Kenya. And I've never been to Kenya, but when I was thinking about coming, I was obviously coming on my own, and I was thinking about the place I felt the most resonated with me, and Sri Lanka has always resonated with me. And I must say I'm glad I chose Sri Lanka because the village itself in Hikkaduwa and the foundation, everyone has made me feel so safe, and that was really important for me coming over on my own. And just the different opportunities here, I don't think I would get anywhere else. It's so diverse. There's so many different things I have ticked off in such a short week. I've done the special needs unit. I've taught English weeknights. I have been able to visit the orphanage. I've been able to teach in the preschool, the sports centre, and these are all things that I didn't get to do last time because we were with an organisation, still did a lot, but this time I've done even more. And I've been able to come back and see how it's grown. And it's just been really good for me to come back.
So Daniel, I think what I really appreciate and value about you is your individual positive outlook and the makeup that you have. Yes, I want to do this and I'm going for it. I've always professed about this 10 most powerful 2-letter words, and it is about, if it is to be, it is up to me.
Yes.
If it is to be, it is up to me, and that you have demonstrated amply. And also one of the things that really intrigued me was, you came on a Monday or Sunday night, or Sunday or Monday, Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Sunday night. And I was wondering, generally, Sunday and Monday we are closed. But, and I questioned myself, why would she come on a Sunday night when she can come on Monday? But then when I saw your itinerary for Monday that you had planned out so beautifully beforehand, and that you're going from one place to another, and I like the way you put together an itinerary for you to go and see these places before actually starting to volunteer on Tuesday. So Monday you took all by yourself to the time to go and see these places, and some of those places are very interesting.
Yes.
And because I'm a beach bug, so to say, I love the salty swamis as well. I go there many times during the season because I love their food and coffee and stuff like that. So I saw you salty swamis, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, if I was there, I'd definitely gone with her because I go to the beach on a Sunday morning or a Saturday whenever I get time, at least twice when I'm here for a weekend. Sometimes just one night, but I still try to go there to the sea, to the ocean twice, because I know the ocean is something that has such healing properties which a lot of people don't know, and that those minerals that are in the sea are really therapeutic.
Yes.
So it's something that I probably, I don't know, maybe my energy at my age, I'm running like a crazy person of not even half my age. I could have done this. I think I owe big time to the sea.
Yeah.
So I know you've done that, and unfortunately it's raining. But the fact that you have already planned your itinerary, not everyone does that, I've seen. So I'm really happy to see what you've done. And also coming back to volunteering, I see you working in so many different areas, beginning with the preschool. And what we really like to like our kids to learn is the kind of change that occurs in the path of education all the time, becoming trendy. But we unfortunately in our country, we still are traditionally going with the old systems of memorizing and whatnot, and we're
Right,
not moving with the modern time. So when volunteers of your stature come, you can give back a lot of things that you have learned, and because Australia is moving always with the current trends of education. So I like the way you're also helping our train the trainers, is also important. I think one thing I would ask of you is to try and see whether you can sit with 5 or 6 teachers and talk to them and tell them about how to make the changes, how to adapt to different situations, life skills, good values, and everything that can be taught, and will go back to the kids, and the kids by which will become so much better. So and I like you to share with us what you have seen so far. How does the Foundation of Goodness look since you came back, because that will motivate us to keep doing more good. And passion, I always say, is something that even if you don't have fuel in your tank, you believe that you can still go. So I'm very, very grateful to you as well as to Charlton Brown at the time for coming on board with a program to send their undergraduates to the Foundation of Goodness in Sri Lanka. So I'd like to hear from you how things have evolved 10 years ago when you were here and now, and don't wait now for 10 years to come back.
No, I won't be. I would say definitely the preschool has been the biggest change that I have seen. Just the services that they now have and the building itself has come a long way, and just the way that they incorporate music, I've seen that a lot more, which is fantastic for that age, and just how they get more involved with group time and singing and really highlighting each child's individual talents. I've seen that a lot in the preschool, and I would have to say there's a lot more programs this time. There's the special needs unit. There's several areas I've seen that I didn't get to see last time, or perhaps they weren't there. So it's just grown heaps since I've been here last in every single way. And I think it's really good because there is no place in the world that I have known of that offers so many different services for so many different age groups, and including children with disability, which is another big thing for me back home. And even back home, I feel like we could learn a lot from what is done here, because we don't often include as much with children with disability as is done here, which I think we should be doing.
I think I'm not sure what time you're leaving tomorrow. What time do you leave on Saturday?
I leave Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. Okay,
Sunday
so
morning.
you're there tomorrow.
Yes.
So one of the things that you will see is the Good Care for Elders program.
Yes.
And I think, Vishmi, if you can introduce her to Good Care for Elders, which happens in the morning. And there's no preschool in the morning tomorrow anyway, Saturday. So Saturday morning we have a group of 30, 40 age care, they come here, and they tell me that this is the best time that they get to spend. So weekly, I think we have about 3 batches, different groups coming. And Saturday, I love to meet this group, and I have a chat with them on their, well-being and like their spiritual upliftment and what they should be doing. But then there is the music therapy, there's art therapy, then they do walking meditation. So many things happen. So I think if you get to meet them, give them some ideas, because I think Charlton Brown had a program for...
Yes, we did. Last time we came here, we went to the elders' home and we brought Play-Doh and shaving cream just to help with their movement of their fingers, and they loved it. Yeah. And it was just therapeutic for them.
Exactly. So I think we've also, Dominica also has done a lot of work on... researching how to take care of elders from a global standpoint. And the other thing that I just want to leave with you is, in every class, it's very easy, as you're a primary, teacher of some great expertise. And I see, every class picks up 1, 2, 3 in terms of academia. And it's easy to do that, right? But it is not so easy to pick up as we have done now. We go to all our classes around the country where we have now 23 centers. We basically pick up the most good-natured person and title them or brand them as goodness ambassador.
Yeah.
You know, so we pick someone who's caring, who's sharing, who is loving, who's got a nice nature, who's always very helpful, who's patient, who's got humility, who's selfless, has a lot of gratitude. So we tell the teacher, this is the criteria that you got to look for in 6 months in a student. And then we pick them up. And imagine, we have here at the Center of Excellence itself, we have 25 different courses, and we pick one each. And by which we have a goodness task force. So they're out to do good and be good, right? So one of the examples, let me tell you, in about 3 weeks ago, we had our annual pageant of the village. Village has because there's a like a little temple out there, so shrine, and then they traditionally have a annual pageant. So this goodness task force is spearheaded by Vishmi, and Vishmi was also in the children's good values, right? Children's good values, and she was heading that program. So she basically took charge of them, and after the pageant goes on for 4 days, you know, so for a period of time every day. And after the pageant, there is so much debris and waste out there on the streets. So these goodness ambassadors task force goes, collects them, and, you know, puts everything into a dashboard and says, okay, polythene, so much collected for the day, plastics, you know, so much collected for the day, and then, you know, whatever, biodegradable, whatever. So we do a dashboard, and the dashboard is up there on our gallery. So what I'm trying to come back to is that, you know, we try our level best, not only to give a place to someone who's very studious. We try to pick, I was never studious, right? I didn't learn anything much in the classroom. That's why I wrote that book about what the classroom didn't teach.
Yes.
With quotes and, you know, life reflections pertaining to that quote. So we actually pick up those kids who may not be the bright ones, but who still have got great ethics, values, they demonstrate responsibility, they have discipline, and then, you know, they keep driving with such gratitude, etc. So it becomes a huge kind of a, you know, different process altogether. Not only, I mean, sometimes critically solving problems, you know, innovation, entrepreneurship, all of that stuff. So I'm sure in Australia there is a lot of focus given on those areas as well, I'm sure. But I'm trying to introduce this concept in Sri Lanka in the Foundation of Goodness, where they actually get involved with those good qualities, because I think education is mandatory, but education without values,
yes, I agree.
There's a huge, you know, vacuum there. And those who are eventually happier are people who can balance education and good values.
I agree. And I think as well what you said about the experience out and about is what is really important, because I know for myself, I think it's one thing to study and to learn, but you can't really learn everything unless you go out and about and actually do things. I think you learn by doing. And I think me coming here for the second time, just in myself, it's kind of pushed me in this short time to learn more about myself that I didn't know. And I think that's why I came back again, because every time I come back here, it just opens up more for me. And it's just been a really great experience. Yeah,
I think a lot of the volunteers also tell me that, you know, like I spoke about self-worth, you know, and the, you know, a lot of the things that I see in the mental health space in the world now beginning to become a big concern is that I see that embracing change is a huge challenge for everyone. So, you know, unless you embrace change, I know I was put down to the ground when I had done everything right for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, but that was the very platform that helped me to embrace change and go to places that I never dreamt of. You know, I can't even sometimes comprehend where we are right now. But I did take on the challenge. We were put to the ground, said, mate, you start from ground ashes to build it back better. So that's how we kept going as much as we can. And I think a lot of people, if they know that you cannot escape from, even if you're the richest person in the world, and if you don't get sleep, what's the point in being wealthy? And I know so many, sometimes they are judging by the size of the house, right? And then I feel there is a lot more love in that home than in a mansion.
I agree.
Right. So I think what I'm trying to convey here is when they come out here, then they see, okay, my gosh, there are so many people who have less and less and less.
Happy.
Yeah, it makes you content. It makes you feel fulfilled, thinking that I can basically do, I've been complaining for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been bitter for nothing.
Yeah.
I've been, worried for,
You do. You get humbled.
You get humbled, and you see all these people, are practically still so satisfied with what little they have. So it's like I said, it's a two-way thing. But I can't thank you enough for being here. And actually that's why I took even 15-20 minutes to come here and do this interview with you, because I know I'm not there tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm there on a Saturday full day.
Yes.
But it's so sad that I have to leave today and not be able to chat to you more. But thank you again, and I'm sure we will meet up one more time.
Not 10 years' time this time.
Yeah, for sure. And also I come to Australia, as I said to you.
Yes.
And if I go to Noosa, I'm actually coming in January.
Cool.
Yeah, so if I do come, I'll definitely make contact and see how we can even add value in terms of coming to your school or something like that.
That would be amazing.
And see what it is. But I know you'll continue to inspire others to come and work with the Foundation of Goodness and see what we can do. Everything that we target towards enriching the quality of life of the rural disadvantaged communities. As I know, given that opportunity, they shine, excel, and attain superior heights. So thank you again, and may you continue to be blessed abundantly. May you go from strength to strength. May you go from light to light, and may you continue to experience more good fortune. And I'll see you soon in the Foundation of Goodness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much indeed.